Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to the Illegal Garage. We're gonna start another project on the Cobra. We're gonna try to do the side bends, girls, gills, whatever they're called. But I got something special for that too. See, I got these Billet bezels. So they go in the front, and the stainless steel gills go in the back. So first thing we gotta do is cut the opening to the size of the bezel, and then we're gonna figure out a way to mount the gills, the louvers, to the back. A lot of people do like epoxy and then they just leave it forever, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna try to figure out a way to so they can be taken off and put on fairly easy, just in case I need to remove them. I know I'm gonna have to remove them before paint, so I wanna think ahead of that, and I'll just glue them on with epoxy. So I got my vacuum there to keep the fiberglass dust. So I got my Dremel there. I'm gonna start cutting carefully. I don't wanna go too far. So this is basically, the bezels came with a little wooden template. I got this like I think 5-6 years ago. I don't even remember who the maker is, who the manufacturer is. So this is the template. So I'm just gonna start cutting on the inside, and if I need to cut more, then I'll just cut more. I don't wanna go too far. So I'm gonna stop here, and because you won't be able to hear anything anyway, and start doing some cutting. I'll bring you guys back in a minute. Well, there it is, guys. I had to use the Dremel and my big files, but look at that, it's perfect. I'm just gonna go with the finer files, just to clean it up a little bit to get the rough out. But look at this. It's hard to do it with one hand. There it is. It's tight. So this one probably, I'm just gonna do it with double-sided tape for now. So now I gotta figure out a way to mount those in the back. So let me think about it, see what we're gonna do, and I'll bring you guys back in a minute. And here's the other side, guys. This one even fits better than the other one. Of course, it's the second side. And this one's still raw aluminum. I gotta polish them and then of course give it a brush finish. So it's getting late today, so we're gonna leave the installation of the louvers for tomorrow. So I'm gonna stop it here and I'll bring you guys back. It will be tomorrow for me and instantaneous for you. Well, here's what I'm gonna do for the side louvers on the Cobra. These are the brackets. So we're gonna put a bracket there, one in the bottom, another one in the bottom. Just gotta figure out how do I wanna attach this bracket to the bend, so it doesn't see. So I don't wanna see hardware or rivets or whatever. So we'll figure out how to attach that to the louvers. And then I got these studs from McMaster. They're stainless steel. And they use an 832 nut. So I'm gonna bond this to the car, to the inside of the fender, with the JB plastic welder. So I'm gonna put two on top and two in the bottom. So this will allow me to remove, put the louvers, remove them whenever necessary. So they will just go from the back into a hole in the bracket, and then a washer and a nut, and that's how they're gonna attach to the fender. And then the bezel, the billet bezel, is gonna go on the front of the car. I mean on the front of the fender, framing everything up really nice. So I'm gonna start by attaching this to the louvers, and then figuring out where to put the studs. See, they even have the holes, so you can put the epoxy and it goes through the holes, and they're not going anywhere. So we're gonna figure that out first, and then we'll be right back. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Here I already marked the middle between the slats and the middle of the overall size of the louver, which is right there. I already punched a hole, a divot for the drill with my mechanical punch. So I got one there, one in there, one in there, and same thing in the bottom. So we're gonna drill a hole. Like everything on my car, I'm gonna use stainless steel button heads. So even if you can see them when they're installed, they're still gonna look part of the car, because pretty much everything on my car is held with stainless steel button heads. Everything visible, that is. So we're gonna drill a hole for this, which they're gonna install through the bottom and then into the bracket. I'm gonna make the holes oversized on the bracket, so it can move in and out, so I have some adjustability once I install it on the car. So I can install this the louvers in and out, up and down, so they fit the opening in the hole how I like it. So I'm gonna drill the holes and then drill the holes on the bracket, and I'll bring you guys back. So here it is, what I came up with. These are the brackets. It's got the button heads, they're barely visible. So this one will go through the back. Like that. I just gotta figure it out where we're gonna put the studs. The studs are gonna go bonded to the car like that, and then we're gonna make the holes on the brackets. We're gonna put 2 on the top and 2 in the bottom. So we're gonna figure out where we need to bond these studs, and then we'll start mounting it on the car. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I got the studs. I had to cut them a little bit on the top and the bottom just to make it fit better on the bracket. Like that. I got my JB wall. So this is what we're gonna do. I already marked roughly where the brackets, where the studs needs to go. So we're gonna bond it like so on the top and the bottom, and then let it dry, and then we'll try to put the louvers and see how it looks. And there it is, boys and girls. Stainless steel. See, these are the studs. They're solid. See, the whole car's moving, and they're not even dry yet completely. This is the top bracket. I got the button heads with nylon lock nuts on the back, on the top, and on the bottom. See, solid. And if I need to take it off, just remove the four nuts in the back, and the whole thing comes out for paint. So now we're gonna put the bezel. Probably this one just probably will do with double-sided tape. We'll do the other side and I'll show you a final view. And there it is, guys. Side louvers, aluminum side louvers, billet bezels. Done, both sides. They are completely removable if need to. Well, of course, for paint I'm gonna need to. You can see the studs. Right now they're just being held by regular nuts. I'll put lock nuts once the car is painted. So they are completely removable. Just remove the 4 locks, 4 nuts, and they can be completely removed. The bezels are right now are just being held by a little double-sided tape, because they still need to be removed for paint. But that's pretty much what it's gonna look like once the car is painted. So it's getting there, guys. Once again, please like, comment, subscribe, share. I guess that's it. It's getting late. I'm watching the Bears game. So thank you very much. And this is the illegal garage. Bye.